Here are 50 general knowledge questions about world history with answers, covering modern, world wars, revolutions, and global leaders. 1. What event started World War I? Answer: assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. 2. When did World War II begin? Answer: 1939. 3. Who was the leader of Nazi Germany? Answer: Adolf Hitler. 4. Who was the Prime Minister of Britain during most of World War II? Answer: Winston Churchill. 5. Which country dropped atomic bombs in 1945? Answer: United States. 6. What was the Cold War? Answer: political tension between USA and USSR. 7. Who was the first President of the United States? Answer: George Washington. 8. What revolution began in France in 1789? Answer: French Revolution. 9. Who was the first Emperor of France? Answer: Napoleon Bonaparte. 10. What wall fell in 1989, symbolizing the end of the Cold War? Answer: Berlin Wall. 11. What organization was formed in 1945 to promote peace? Answer: United Nations. 12. Who was the Soviet leader during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Answer: Nikita Khrushchev. 13. Who led the Russian Revolution? Answer: Vladimir Lenin. 14. What movement fought racial segregation in the USA? Answer: Civil Rights Movement. 15. Who delivered the I Have a Dream speech? Answer: Martin Luther King Jr. 16. Who was the first man to walk on the moon? Answer: Neil Armstrong. 17. What was the Industrial Revolution? Answer: period of rapid industrial growth. 18. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? Answer: Margaret Thatcher. 19. What treaty ended World War I? Answer: Treaty of Versailles. 20. Who was the longtime leader of Cuba after 1959? Answer: Fidel Castro. 21. Which country was formerly known as Persia? Answer: Iran. 22. Who was the first African president of South Africa after apartheid? Answer: Nelson Mandela. 23. What was the name of the ship that sank in 1912? Answer: Titanic. 24. What economic crisis began in 1929? Answer: the Great Depression. 25. Who led China's Communist Revolution in 1949? Answer: Mao Zedong. 26. What was the European Union formed for? Answer: economic and political cooperation. 27. What event occurred on September 11, 2001? Answer: terrorist attacks in the USA. 28. Who became the first woman Chancellor of Germany? Answer: Angela Merkel. 29. What global organization handles world trade rules? Answer: World Trade Organization. 30. What pandemic began in 1919? Answer: COVID-19. 31. Who became the first African American U.S. President? Answer: Barack Obama. 32. What currency is used by many European Union countries? Answer: Euro. 33. What event led to the independence of many African nations in the 1960s? Answer: decolonization. 34. Who was the founder of Microsoft? Answer: Bill Gates. 35. What is NATO? Answer: North Atlantic Treaty Organization. 36. Which country hosted the 2008 Summer Olympics? Answer: China. 37. What agreement aims to combat climate change? Answer: the Paris Agreement. 38. What space agency launched the Hubble telescope? Answer: NASA. 39. What major event happened in the Middle East in 2011? Answer: Arab Spring. 40. Who is known as the Iron Lady of Britain? Answer: Margaret Thatcher. 41. What was the purpose of the Marshall Plan? Answer: rebuild Europe after World War II. 42. Who was the first Secretary General of the UN? Answer: Trygve Lie. 43. What empire collapsed after World War I? Answer: Ottoman Empire. 44. What is Brexit? Answer: UK leaving the European Union. 45. What was the main cause of the American Civil War? Answer: slavery. 46. Who assassinated Abraham Lincoln? Answer: John Wilkes Booth. 47. What was the space race? Answer: competition between USA and USSR in space exploration. 48. Who was the first woman in space? Answer: Valentina Tereshkova. 49. What alliance opposed the Allies in World War II? Answer: Axis powers. 50. What year did the Soviet Union collapse? Answer: 1991. Thank you.